Welcome to today's live stream with ARA. Today we're going to be discussing the certification program, and I am going to have a special guest on. He's going to join us here in a second. We're going to be joined by Shannon Nordstrom, so stay tuned and get your questions ready. All right, we have as our guest today, Shannon Nordstrom. Shannon is the Vice President of Nordstrom Automotive in South Dakota. He is also the Chairperson of ARA's Certification Committee, and he is also the co-host of a nationally syndicated radio show and podcast called Under the Hood. So you guys need to check that out. It's very good. So Shannon, thank you so much for joining us today.
Happy to be here. Thanks for the extra plug there. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting some static on your microphone.
Are we?
Yeah, a little bit.
What should I do here, you suppose?
Actually, that cleared up. I don't know what it was, but it's cleared up now.
It could have been me. It could have been my nervous kicking of the desk underneath that I do when I do things. So
I doubt you're nervous. You're a pro at this. So
no, I just nervous energy. I got something moving all the time. You just can't see it.
Very good. Very good. So Shannon, today we want to discuss the certification program, and we're going to walk through about 5 topics. I'm going to, obviously we're always open for questions from people who are watching. So if you're watching, please chime in, submit your questions in the chat. We'll address them. We'll ask Shannon and put his knowledge to the test, because for over 20 years, the certification, the Certified Automotive Recyclers program has been one of the cornerstones of ARA, and Shannon has worked very closely with Sue Shawls and several others at evolving this program and bringing it into the next generation, right, Shannon?
Yeah, over the years, I've had the opportunity to work with, as the chairman for a number of years now, I really don't even know how many years it is, but with the likes of Dave Kondorski and Mike James and Sue Shawls and numerous other environmental consultants, plus being a facility owner ourselves, we're very in tune with what needs to be done. Now, in our state, South Dakota, we might have some of the less regulations on us than we would in some of the other states, but we try really hard to stay up to speed on what's going on, and we're very excited about what the certification program has to offer going forward. We've made some fundamental and structural changes to the way the program operates that are going to be huge for people.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, for those of you listening and watching, Shannon mentioned that his state is probably doesn't have as many regulations as other states, but I have visited Shannon's facility, and it is one of the premier facilities in regards to organization, process, cleanliness, and safety. It's outstanding. I'm sure I'm not overstepping my bounds to say that if anybody listening, watching, ever wanted to go and see Shannon's facility, I'm sure you would welcome them and give them a tour, because it's pretty spectacular.
No doubt at all. If we can make it work, we love giving people tours, and it's an opportunity for us to talk with others in the industry, and we're learning from each other all the time. And you know, when you come visit my place, half the stuff you're going to see is stolen from everybody else. That's what my friends in the industry know that. We joke around and we're like, well, look, it's like, hey, I do that at my place. Like, yeah, I may have taken that from you.
Yeah, but that's the great thing about this industry. I say it all the time when I talk to my friends and family outside of the industry. I've never seen such a, where you can literally go across town to your competitor. They'll open their doors, they'll show you what they do, and everybody's, working toward the betterment of the industry, as well as obviously the betterment of their business, and what a very sharing environment.
Well, and let's just jump right into their AIRA certification program, and that's what that's all about.
Yeah.
The International Trade Association, the Automotive Recyclers Association, wants to provide for its members the structure that they need to make sure that they're in the right position when those bureaucrats come visit, when the regulators come visit. We want to give them the best opportunity to be in the right place. Now, can we guarantee that you're going to be safe from every thing that they might check on, or whatever might be the attitude of a certain person the day that they come in? No, we can't. But we know that with our certification program, if you work through this, you're going to be able to put your facility in the right position. And it's not the things you think about every day. It's not the things you think about when you're trying to sell an alternator or a engine or a wheel to somebody. But it's the things that are going on in the background that they have to be taken care of, and they have to be managed, because if they're not, before you know it, you've got problems. And that's why we want to offer this certification program. Number one, do it for yourself. Number two, do it for opportunities that might come to you. And like I said, I want to get into it, but the program is taking on a big change for this season. We're in our self-audit year right now, and we're going to have an all-new website. Should I just get right into it, Vince?
Yeah, that was my next question. Let's talk about the new platform, and yeah, just dive right into that, because I think it's a really exciting and important next step for the CAR program. I want to point out before you go there, though, when you were just talking, you didn't say if they come to visit, right?
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't mean people visiting your facility. I mean, when you talked about the local government,
it's a matter of when.
You never said if they come to visit. So if people are watching and they haven't been visited, they're going to.
Yeah, this has been a while ago now, but we had visitors from the main region of the EPA and the IRS all in one day. It was like the best day ever. It was like it was our state tax people wanted to do a visit, but it was all the same day. It was all unexpected. It was like, what?
That's a low stress day.
But I will tell you though, when they came, I was an early adapter to the CAR program, and I took out my CAR application, which at that time was paper, and I went and got it. I said, hey, I want to show you something. And I showed them what we had done. And this is our old farm setting where we were just getting going. And that person was so impressed with what they saw, the checklist that we'd been through and what we had done. It made the rest of the visit go very easy.
Yeah, look, I think that right there is at the core of what is so important about the CAR program. Obviously, you want to operate safely, you want to operate efficiently, but when you get a visit, to be able to show the visitors, here is what we've done, here is what we are doing, here is how we've documented. Like you said, it's going to frame that visit in a much more pleasant way, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. And now what we've got, and I'm just jump back into it here because I don't want to get this to be too long, because you get me on a show or something, I'll just keep going. When we do it on Thursdays, I got to fill 2 hours with my partners, so I got to shorten this up. The AIRA Certification.com. That's the website that we're going to work through. AIRA Certification.com, and there you'll be able to go and get the first of a kind for our industry, the CAR tracking record. And we have partnered up to get the ability to have a structured electronic back-end database. We've wanted this for years, and it just hasn't come together. But with the help of Sue Schall's Consulting and others, we've been able to make a connection to get ourselves into a situation that we can take the entire CAR audit process and webify it. And so you can take it out on a tablet, and you can go out around your facility and walk through it. And as we develop this, we're in the early stages, your record is established. We know where you're at, you know where you're at, you can jump in and out at any time. It is your record, it's your information, but it gives you the ability to walk through, and at the same time you're doing your audit, you can take your pictures, but you also can get into the guidance manual. Now, as we bring this all together, you're going to have the guidance manual tied in, so that if you're on a question and you're wondering about it, you can click right over to the guidance piece and see more in-depth information about that question. And this is our vision, is to just continue to tie this in with the guidance manual, also with the other member service, AIRA University. AIRA University will become part of this, where there's training modules available. We're going to put those links in and put those spots in so you can jump to that right while you're doing your application. This is so huge. You'll go in, you're gonna get your record. You will have to put in your credit card number to have this process. It's going to cost a little bit more money, but we believe strongly for our association to get where we need to go, we need to have certified members. Our trade association needs to be the certifying body and doing it in a way that has structure to it, doing it in a way that has, let's put the word, some teeth to it, and being able to show people that no matter where a person is in our country or in the world for that matter, as we tie the other programs together into this, that they're going to be able to see a consistency to the process where it goes for the certification program into the gold seal program and other things that will come with that. We've had proposals from our current president to get into the an electrification dismantling module and different things like this. We can start plugging this all into one platform and getting all the pieces tied together. And for years, we've had a great program, but we just never had the way to keep it all tied together. And this will help the back office side of things incredibly. It'll help us also determine where we're finding strengths and weaknesses in our industry, so we know what areas that we should provide the best training for. So when we come to convention, we can start pointing out that we need to find a certain area to train in. Or if somebody needs help to get up that ladder, we want to be able to provide that.
Right.
Vince, myself as a facility owner, and my parents and our managers, I went to Denver, I believe it was in 1998, and I heard Art Heberer talk about the car program. Art was out from the East Coast there, and he talked about Greg Freeman. These were the guys that got to be my kind of my heroes when I first went. I'm like, wow, look at this. And we were a repairable dealership, and we saw that car program, and I made that a goal for our facility to say, we're going to get into the parts business, and when we do, we're going to use this program for our rungs of our ladder to climb.
Yeah.
We use the program, we use it to find our trouble spots, and we use that in their infancy to create our facility. And for that very reason, I have been in love with the program ever since. Our business has grown, and I could not have done it without the Certified Auto Recycler program. What also happened, we put ourselves on a short list of people in the industry that were on this list. It gave us an opportunity with a major dismantling opportunity that I would have never gotten if I wasn't a certified auto recycler. Out here in the middle of the sticks in Garrettson, South Dakota, we got 75 employees, and we're on a dairy farm, is where we grew up at. That all started because of, well, of course, hard work, faith, and the Certified Auto Recycler program. That was our pillars, and good people around us. We have a lot of good folks to help us get there, and we're not all the way where we want to be. We got a lot of work to do yet. Yeah. But the certification program is so huge for people. I want to see people get involved with it. Even if you think you got the best place in the world, don't have to worry about that. It costs me too much money. I don't know what the return on the investment is today. Do it for what is to come. If we can get this structure established and we can start showing outside parties consistency, numbers, the structure that they're going through, that they can look at it in one place on what people are doing, we firmly believe we can set the standard for the industry like we should as the trade association, and also be able to show it off so we can start getting the situations that should happen for our industry, such as a manufacturer or someone saying, a government or someone saying, you know what, these vehicles need to be dismantled, these vehicles need to be processed. We want to work with certified auto recyclers.
Right.
That's got to be the goal. That's got to be the carrot out at the end. But we got to get the structure together. We got to get the people together to do the same thing and all buy into this.
Yeah, no, and I think that message is heard loud and clear. So you talked about you just mentioned a couple ways that this has benefited you in a business way. Like you mentioned return on investment, the opportunities that came your way by being a certified auto recycler, right? The ease of which you walked through a visit from an environmental agency. That was another, the finding your blind spots. You mentioned that. So I just want to point out to those who are listening, I want to kind of go back and highlight that there are monetary returns on investment by getting the opportunities that you mentioned. And then there are just growth opportunities in knowing that you're doing the right thing the right way, and knowing that your visits from those regulatory agencies are going to go well. Talk about how easy this new platform is, because I think I want to make sure that if somebody sees a website and they think, oh, this is going to be difficult, how easy is it?
I've started mine. I've been busy with the summer, and of course with the COVID situation, there's been plenty to keep on everybody's plate outside of our normal running a professional automotive dismantling facility. But once you get into it, you fill out your basic information. You can upload the documents very easy, and you just walk through it step by step. And if you get something that you don't quite know where you're at on that, what the answer is going to be, you can skip it and go on.
Yeah.
And all the scoring that it does is all tabulated automatically as far as for your answers to your questions, and it just makes it just slick as can be. Now, I will say that for somebody that gets in for the first time, it's going to be different, and different always takes a little bit longer when you first get into it. But once you get your groove on and how to click through it and what you're doing, this is a great program. And this program was something that was used by another industry in another country, and so it has been proven to a certain extent to work with certification. That's what attracted us to it. It had already been doing what we want to do.
Well, I spoke to Sue earlier today, and her intention is to begin to host some kind of like some tutorial classes. So look for that in the future. If you're watching, look for that in the future. That if you're interested in this program and you're a little intimidated by wandering into a new website and all that, even though I've seen it, it's very intuitive. We're gonna provide the ability for people to sign up and attend webinars where you'll be walked right through how to do it. We'll also do some tutorial videos made from that. We'll be posting those on our YouTube channel in the future, also on Facebook. So I just want people to know that this is a great new program that's been, it was the natural progression of it's a great new platform, which is the natural progression of a great program. And we want to make sure it's easy and everybody can do it. So let's talk about
Vince, something I want to make sure and throw in here.
Yeah.
I said it a couple times, but our thought process and our goal is what the last administration really wanted, and it's very important. We want this to be a multi-tiered approach. It's also we want to also have options for full service yards and self-service yards and hybrid yards to be able to do this. And so we're taking all those things into account as we build this. But the platform will be: come in, get signed up, get yourself to be let's call you a trainee or something like that. If you've never done this before,
right,
we'll get you in there to be an apprentice. Even it will help you, in a mentorship way if we need to. Get started. The CAR program is the foundation for everything. We want everybody to do the CAR program. Then you can step up and step into the Gold Seal program, which is the customer service side of things for your business, your parts delivery, your quality assurance for the parts. And then the next step, which will come, is the enhanced. And this is the piece that we really want to have out there that can fill in that, I hate to say that gap, but that excitement that was created, and a number of members that got into it when NSF started their program. And we want to be able to take this enhanced program that's already being used in I believe in England right now, in the United Kingdom, I think a little bit. They've got an enhanced version that they're using. And maybe in Australia too. I got to check exactly where they're at on those things. We haven't been able to hook up with the time zones to get the conversation there. But there's a lot of good things happening, and this is the stepping stone. We want to use this platform to be the stepping stone for the International Trade Association to create those rungs that people can grab as they go through and mature in the business or document what they've already done in their business. And then let's make these lists of people that are out there waiting for the best opportunities to come.
Yeah. So let's talk about the fee. What's going to be the fee to do this new platform and become certified through that process?
Well, the last program when we did it paper and pen and maybe smoke signals and that sort of stuff. Carrier pigeons. Carrier pigeons may have been involved. And I know that I may have used one to get it in before convention one year, my certification. But we're talking about. Oh, I just was kind of fuzzy there.
Yeah, you went blurry.
I don't know what happened there. Well, I'm still here. That's kind of weird. Camera just got weird. The different. What was the question?
I was asking about the fee.
There we go. And as you asked, it just came back.
Yep.
The old smoke signal carrier pigeon way was $150.
Yeah.
This process to help pay for the platform and pay for the process we're creating is going to be $250. And we're still working with the affiliates to figure out the best way if they're going to come on board and use this platform or not. So there's some work to be done there. We'd like them to, these affiliate car programs. That'd be great. But if not, we're still going to have to work through a process to get you into this database as we create our certified members. And we've got some ideas on how to do that. But we're looking at a $250 fee.
How often is that fee? How often do you have to pay that fee?
That's the annual fee.
So it's $250 once a year, and you get the platform, you get the assistance that you need if you run into a roadblock or you're trying to overcome some obstacle that you can't figure out, right? You'll have the assistance that you need. So really, and you're not keeping track of a bunch of papers and all that stuff. This is all housed electronically. It's all digital. So I mean, it sounds like a bargain to me.
Well, like I said, right now for some facilities, if things haven't, if they've had to close down or they've had to, in a shelter-in-place state where they weren't able to do their normal business, I can understand that, there's challenges for a lot of people right now, and I get it. I mean, we went through our time and we're kind of worked our way through it now, but we want people to not be intimidated by that and look at the opportunity that is there by what we're doing. And it's hard to compare the two the way we were doing it before, but let's all work together to build on something here that can be really big. We just got to get it rolling.
100%. I wanted to share with you.
Just real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just think of Subway is owned by the American Doctors Association. General Motors has their own certification programs. Many different examples where industry has created solid certification programs that become so recognized that it's the norm, and that's what we're trying to create here. And we know this is the piece we need to do it.
Yeah, no, that's a solid point, and I'm glad you brought that up. I just wanted to share a comment. Rodney chimed in, and as far as the affiliates, he said New Jersey would love to be involved, so that's great.
Well, and what we'll do for a new affiliate, this structure, we'll work with you so you can just use this structure. Now, there's this, because some of the existing affiliates have their structure right now. But our goal is to make sure that everybody's working through the same process with the same standards. Yeah.
Well, great. So we've talked about the platform. We've talked about why the car program is important, how easy it is. We discussed what the fee is going to be. We even talked about the affiliates and getting them involved in partnering with the affiliates. So I'm pretty sure we've covered what we wanted to cover. And if anybody has any questions, go ahead and fire away, because otherwise, I think we're gonna start to wrap this up. Go ahead, Shannon.
I was just gonna say, I think when you and I brainstormed for this, we were saying 7 to 10 minutes, so we just kind of blew that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I wasn't gonna say that.
I just realized how bad we blew that. I looked at the clock, I'm like, really? Where'd that go?
I think, you're right. You do a really good job of filling up.
For those that are watching this, that are friends of mine that have not seen me for a while, yes, the hair is new. And number 2, I'm not drunk. I just got a contact lens in my right eye that I just want to rip my eyeball out as soon as this is over.
Yeah.
So it's hot for all my buddies out there in the industry. And this is a great opportunity for people to jump into the car program right now. Get in and help us.
Yeah.
There's plenty of naysayers that'll tell us, oh, this is not necessary. I don't need this. I heard you enough. Just get involved and help so we can grow this thing. That's what we need, because for AIRA to be successful with it, we got to get numbers, and we need solid numbers of people that can be consistently accredited in the same fashion. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah. Outstanding. Sandy had commented about Colorado, and then I guess you have somebody chiming in on your comments. Jennifer said,
I see that.
I actually have a question. Rob Rainwater wanted to know, do you I don't know the answer to this question, and this is the nature of Q&As. You kind of get put on the spot. Do you know the answer to this?
Yeah, right now we've got, it depends on counting the affiliates and the direct people that are coming in directly. We've been running between 200 to 300 certified auto recyclers. The gold field numbers have been much lower. So if we look at our membership, it's been give or take 20% of membership. As far as the industry goes, that number is a fuzzy number. Everybody, has a number of how many people they think are out there in the industry.
Yeah.
But what we have to concentrate on are the people that are in the Automotive Recyclers Association, and hopefully that answers that question.
Yeah, no, I think it does. He also made a comment, says your hair looks great. So look, I want to thank everybody who's logged on to watch this. This broadcast, this video will remain on our Facebook channel. It also is on our YouTube channel. It can be shared however you want. And obviously, if you chime in with questions after the fact, we'll do our best to answer those questions. I've only got the expertise of Shannon while he's here live with me today, but we will certainly do our best to answer any questions you have if you're watching this after it's already live broadcasted. So, Shannon, thank you so much. I know you're a busy guy out there, and I really appreciate you taking time to do this. I think it went well. I think this is exactly the information that we wanted to share with people, and I want to thank everybody who's tuned in to watch. So, you got anything else?
Yeah, I just gonna say, Vince, thanks for putting this together, and thank you for the leadership, our executive committee. I don't think people realize the amount of energy that many do, but some don't realize the amount of time and the volunteer effort that they give for the good of all of us. Keeping the nose to the ground, their ear to the tracks to hear what's coming,
yeah,
and the nose to the grindstone, just doing the best things for the professional automotive recyclers. And we just got to continue to raise the bar, and that's what we're trying to help do.
Yeah, no, you brought it up, and I'm gonna piggyback on it. I get to work with some amazing people who are dedicated. Obviously, the staff, this is what we do for a living. But I'm constantly impressed and humbled by all the volunteers, the executive committee, the board of directors, who volunteer their time while they're running their businesses, and the amount of time that they're volunteering. I think unless people are personal friends with them or have gone through it, they don't understand how much of their time they give up to help better the industry and help better you who are watching this, who are members or maybe even not members, because the association, we do stuff that is intended to improve the industry without regard sometimes of whether or not you're a member. We want to help, and eventually we hope that you would see the value and want to become a member and support AIRA. So I just wanted to say I'm glad you brought it up, because the executive committee, the board of directors, all the volunteers that help keep AIRA running are an outstanding group of people. So
yep, lots of committee chairs and all those people. And,
yeah,
and with this particular program, our inside track at the office is Kelly, and Kelly's been helping Sue and I get this all put together, along with Sandy, giving advice and making it happen. Thank you, everybody. Let's make this big. We've got the structure. We just got to build it now.
Yeah, I agree with you, and you kind of laid out some big goals, and I think those are excellent, and it's the natural progression of where this program needs to go. So, thank you again, Shannon. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time when we go live with AIRA. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.